Hey guys, it's Steph here. I hope you're having a good day. I finally got to making my dried flower wreath. I've had dried flowers for over a month and a half now. It's perfect, it's fall. It's gonna be great for Thanksgiving. I'll show you how I made it. Let's get started. First of all, you want to have some sort of base. This is probably a grapevine base made out of twine or a willow. I'm going to make a bunch of these because I have a bunch of willows. I hate them, but at least I can make some wreaths out of them. I've cut my amaranth into just little pieces like this. I'm not using a ton of the hot biscuits just because there wasn't very many of them with a lot of color. I cut them a little bit too late. And we've got some Karl Forster trimmings. They're probably about 6 inches long at that point. This wreath is probably only 8 inches, 6 to 8 inches. And we've got my Gomphrena that I've cut and I've taken all the leaves off of them. So it's going to be kind of a small wreath. This is my first one, and so it's kind of, I wanted to start out small, and as I get more comfortable, I'll make a bigger one. And then right over here, it's a mess, you guys, is my Strawflower. And so I will put these on at the end. Here's that twine I'm going to use. They just tie so much better than this wire that I was using over here, which I typically have to do with some of these smaller flowers. So this is the one I would not buy. You can get these at your craft stores. This one's just going to be a lot easier to work with. And then what else do I have here? Some scissors, and that's about it. Some of that twine is exposed because I am going to be covering them with my fresh flowers. So I'm not too worried about it. Now that I've got my Karl Forster grass all around my wreath, it takes so much more than you think. So as I was doing this, I'm learning things as I go, but I realized now that I've got to put my amaranth and my dried flowers on, so I should have bundled them, all of the dried flowers that I have together, left my amaranth stems a little bit longer. Instead of doing Karl Forster on the base, I should have wrapped them like this with the yarn. Now I'm at a point where I can't really put in my other dried flowers without using the glue gun, which I am going to use today. I'm going to go pretty heavy with all these dried flowers. You're not going to see much of the Karl Forster grass. So here's my glue gun. It's just warming up. I'm so lucky to have electricity in my greenhouse, so I can use my glue gun out here. In the past, I've gone in the kitchen and I make the biggest mess. So this is stress-free. Okay, it's finished. The Strawflower is glowing right now. I added a ton of Gomphrena, a little bit more amaranth. Karl Forster honestly was not my favorite to work with. I probably won't work with that again. It's just so tiny and it falls out easily. And I just want something a little bit more modern. So next year I'll be using some ferns. There's so many things you can use to get creative. You guys like the highlight of my dried flower wreath. I'm trying to convince my husband to build me a big one next year. I don't love making the wreaths, but I think they're beautiful. I want to grow the dried flowers. I discovered the most beautiful wreath online. It was on Pinterest. That's where I get in trouble, but it's given me so much inspiration for next year. So I immediately bought some seeds from Johnny Seeds online. I kind of figured out what flowers she was using. So I got some Sweet Annie Artemisia. It's a filler plant, dries beautifully. You can dry some ferns. I also bought some Status. I've never grown that. That's really great for drying. Then I got some Celosia. I'm not going to do Amaranth next year because I just don't have the room for it. And then I got some Sunballs. They're these cute little bright yellow balls, and they dry almost identical to what they look like when they're fresh. And so that's going to be, you wouldn't think that color would be awesome, but it is. What else? I think that's about it for now.
and then Strawflower, of course. And then I think that's what I'm gonna put. Oh, I got some eucalyptus, which is a cool drying flower. So that's really gorgeous, easy to grow. Anyways, now I've got to find room. I bought all of these seeds impulsively and I don't know where I'm gonna grow them. I'm probably gonna make some extra boxes or put them in an empty flower bed that I'm not gonna get to next year. Anyway, so I am just gonna learn how to tackle this dried wreath thing over the winter if my husband is not open to making it for me, and I'll figure it out. I'll have some time. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.